by Screw Attack a couple of days ago that the next death battle will actually feature two anime characters going head to head. Basically, you got Erza from Fairy Tail, and then you have Zoro from One Piece. Now, it is interesting, and yet it is at the same time it's controversial. I have to admit, I am a little bit curious as to how and why they decided to do this, but I have to admit, I am glad they decided to do this because a majority of people won't know who Erza or Zoro are, and a majority of anime fans will, regardless if you're a Fairy Tail fan or a One Piece fan, or perhaps you're a fan of both, like I am. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, say that I'm for both of them. I've got to admit, as a character, I prefer Zoro over Erza. That doesn't mean I don't like Fairy Tail. I don't think Erza isn't good. I think she's a good character. I think the problem with that is the way her power resides, how can she equip herself, the way Hiro Mashima kind of like produces Erza's character a little bit, especially in battles. It's like OP as fuck. Like she redefines the laws of Fairy Tail, and some have complaints about it. Me personally, I don't really follow the manga. I do follow the anime, but that's as far as it goes. On the other hand, I do follow One Piece religiously, I have to admit. But that being said, it is a curious fight. Not being standing, I'm curious as to why Screw Attack are going for this, because number one, the info for at least the use of the death battle, which I don't, I gotta give them credit for, because they usually don't do it, especially when it comes to anime characters. The last time they had this much controversy in anime, when it came to like Goku versus Superman Part 2, to say people were happy about that's an understatement. People were pissed. So unless you're a Superman fan, then fair enough. But they do have a reputation of pissing off a lot of anime fans. So win, lose or draw, it is featuring two the biggest anime characters. Let's not no bows about it. With two of the biggest shonens of all time, with Fairy Tail and One Piece. Now you can make your pick of which you think is going to win. But the bottom line is this: is Screw Attack is the reason I'm curious as to how they're going to input the data, because number one, One Piece hasn't ended. I'm pretty sure Fairy Tail hasn't ended yet either. So, and it's not really in their nature to follow the manga. So I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and follow the anime. Now, that being said, Erza's power is a little bit more broken than Zoro's, considering the fact that we haven't seen what Zoro's capable of post time skip. So this conversation is really going to be about how they're going to use Zoro, how they're going to put the data to fight in Erza. Because honestly, right now, I hate to say it as a Zoro fan, but it looks like they could lean towards Erza, given the fact her magic abilities are pretty much broken. But that being said, you never know how it could swing. That being said, I'm curious as to which kind of Zoro they're going to use. Are they going to use pre-time skip Zoro? By the way, even if they do, one thing to notice, even if Erza's re-equip abilities are pretty OP, the fact of the matter is Zoro's endurance and this even pre-time skip was pretty OP as well, pretty badass. I mean, he was stood after the fight with Oars at Thriller Bark. He was stood all the pain that Luffy had to endure from Kuma, and then he was still standing like a badass, even though it's bleeding all over the place. So we have to acknowledge the toughness of Zoro. It really comes down to how they input the data. I hope they use the post-time skip Zoro, because that would make it an even closer fight. That being said, one thing I can guarantee from this is, I hate to say this, but it's going to cause a flame war. Even though they're using two anime characters, the Fairy Tail fans and the One Piece fans are very passionate about the shows, rightfully so. Maybe too passionate at times, but this has happened before, especially with like the last Screw Attack video I actually watched was the Sasuke versus Ichigo, and to say that kind of like threw me off a little bit as to take anything serious. Now, to be honest with you, I don't really take him serious that much. But I am curious to see how this thing plays out because it is a decent fight to look forward to. I mean, it does it does seem like the odds are stacked in Urza's favour because of a broken ass ability. Because some people in the fairy tale community like that fact, and most of them don't. Most of them don't. But then again, we don't know how far Zoro's going to progress, so it really is an incomplete battle, to be honest with you. But it is happening, and I gotta admit, I am curious. I will be watching it. So my question is this: win, lose, or draw? Will you be able to put up with the result from Screw Attack, or will you be pissed off either way? To be honest with you, like I said, I don't really take them that seriously. So, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of leaning towards Zoro. But even if Urza does manage to pull up a win, I won't be that broken-hearted. But I am curious to see what they use if Urza's to beat Zoro, how they explain it. Or if Zoro's able to beat Urza, how they explain it. It's rare that they do a Screw Attack Death Battle with two anime characters, so I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Catch you guys.